critical things which have come into their way of life. There is the Gen X and the Gen Y. Now what he did was, he came up with one film after another, which we call the Navaratnas, one after the other, to ensure that he had the Gen X, the Gen Y, and the baby boomer all coming together to come and watch his film. What are the 9 Navaratnas which we think was the emotional branding strategy? Thalapati, Mannan, Annamalai, Veera, Basha, Muttu, Arunachalam, Padayappa, Chandramukhi. With these 9 movies, the man ensured that it's just not the kids, even the elderly gentleman and the elderly lady would come to his movies. He made his films the first choice, and he converted all his fans to a wider audience. And that's how he ensured he remained in a superstar status. The last thing which he reached is even a fantastic story. And that's what we are experiencing today. It's the cult. Now when you say the cult, typically cult is considered a negative term. But it's a movement whose beliefs and practices are considered abnormal or bizarre. See, I went to buy the iPad 2 somewhere in 10. And it was just released in the US, and I happened to be there, and I thought it's a nice thing to buy. I went to the store and I asked them, do you have stock? They said, yeah, you will get stock, but tomorrow morning. So I said, what time should I come to the store? So the guy looked at me and said, sir, if I were you, I would come pretty early. So I said, how early? Your store opens at 9, can I come in at what, 7? No. 6? No. Okay. 3 o'clock? No. So what do you mean? I said, people come in here previous night. Crazy. When I went there at 3 o'clock and minus 2 degrees or whatever, I found people all over the streets sleeping on sleeping bags. Crazy guys. Apple had created a cult. Harley Davidson, it's a cult. If you go to California or Los Angeles, you'll find women with tattoo marks driving huge, big Harley Davidson. It's a cult. It's a cult brand. It creates people who look very crazy to the others who don't belong to the cult. So that's what he did. He created customers who find a sense of belonging. The Rajini audience today, the Rajini mania was created. He kept on doing things which keeps the brand excited. Just like Apple releases the iPhone 2, the Apple iPad, the iPod, just like that, this guy kept people in an excitement and obsessed mood. So what he did, he didn't come on TV, he didn't come on interviews, he didn't come on press. The only way you could see Rajini was to see him on the silver screen. So he created that attraction. It generated passion, frenzy. You see the kind of things they do. They go and pour milk over his giant-sized poster. You think this is mad, but then if you belong to the cult, you think it's normal. If you think that on a first day, first show, you want to see Rajinikanth movie. I was in a First Post, livepost.com webinar just before the release of Kochalaya. And I found a couple of students who were studying probably about 9th standard, 10th standard. Back to back, first day, first show, first 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Back to back, they're going and watching this film. It's crazy, but that's what he created. Cult. It cuts across geography, culture, and religion. I was just talking to somebody here. I got a photograph in my Facebook update, which shows a frenzy audience throwing papers on the first day, first show in a theater. If you look closely, they're all Japanese. It's in Japan. And the caption reads, hey, this is not Kasi Theatre in Chennai. So that's what he's done. He's created a cult around his name. And you cannot create a cult brand overnight. It takes a long time to come to the cult. You've got to do a lot of hard work to get to a stage where people become a part of a cult. How did he do it? He obviously had a problem in Baba. He did an unprecedented thing of returning the money to the distributors, which nobody did it before. At least he was the pioneer. He didn't act a couple of years. He came up with Chandramukhi, which was a heroine-oriented subject, where he had a better role for the lady than him. And he probably did not do much of his histrionics excepting the last song. It was a major success. And in fact, in one of the launches of the movie or subsequent launches or celebrations or wherever, or I don't know where he mentioned this, he said, I am like a horse. If I fall down, I quickly get up. That was his confidence. The beginning of Rajini Mania actually happened after Chandramukhi. When Shivaji was released, people were dumbfounded that it was released at about 2,000 theatres across the world. By the time social network was already prevalent, people had started sending messages about Shivaji from Italy, which was the previous day, to Friday was the show here. They had started on Thursday night probably there, or Saturday. Messages started coming all over Facebook and Twitter and you name it, all in the websites and blogs. People created a maniacal opening for him, which was dumbfounded in the industry, by the industry experts. The beginning of Rajini Mania started there. And look what he did again. He took a movie called Robo, which was rejected by Kamal Hassan, taken up by Shah Rukh Khan, rejected again, and he took that. Courage and determination is a great trait of a cult brand. They would keep doing things which you will never imagine they will do. I am sure nobody would take a role which was designed for somebody else, and that too, a much better actor, a much experienced actor than him, and a more popular actor across the globe. And he took that. That was the courage and determination. Here is a quote from the Western magazine when Robo was released. It says, "He is no mere actor, he is a force of nature. If tiger had sex with a tornado and their tiger-nado baby got married to an earthquake, their offspring would be known as Rajinikanth." So, what is this? What is the essence of this man?
Till now you are saying that he planned the whole branding himself.
No, I'm not saying that. I have found a concordance. I'm not saying that. It just happened. But when I see every stage of his progress,
So you are fitting it.
yeah, I found a concordance. I found that there is a similarity with what major brands have done and what he has done. That's all. So if you look at it, this is where he seduces. How does he keep the cult alive? The first thing you will notice is that everybody talks about his humility. Ladies and gentlemen, that's also been my personal experience. And when we wrote this book, we went to him to show it to him and showcase it. Said that we have written it. We're nobody. I'm nobody in the industry or whatever. I'm not a previous author. I'm not a popular guy. We were just common man. We went to their office, sought an appointment. He gave us an appointment. He told us to come at 1 o'clock. And being Rajini fans, we were already there at 12:15, 12:30. The gates. Walked into his office at 12:40. We were waiting. The man walks in at 12:50. Comes in, he sees us. He says, "Oh, you guys are already here? Am I late?" Now, I don't think anybody can play act that. It comes naturally. And he was sitting and listening to us. And at the end of all the presentation we did to him, he said, "I don't think I deserve all this." Now, I don't think anybody would play act this. This humility which people are talking about is very natural from him. And I think the respect for this man is increased because of his plain, down-to-earth humility. Now, he's created fun as a lifestyle. Look what Apple has done. Apple, Google, everybody has created this big lifestyle. Today, every product is trying to create a lifestyle around it. That's where his trait is. Rajini jokes has come because of a lifestyle around Rajini. He didn't get bothered. He was not bothered at all. He was, in fact, I think, enjoying it because he was creating that fun as a lifestyle concept of keeping this maniacal crowd together.